I'm life and business coach Samantha Sifring, and this is the Online Business Building Mamas podcast, where you learn how to build a wildly successful business from home while raising kids. Welcome to another Monday inspiration episode of the Badass Mother podcast. Today I am sharing a quick tip to stop negative thoughts in their tracks. So I'm sure you have heard I have a lot of episodes about negative thinking and changing our thoughts and changing our beliefs and all of that. Today I have one simple little concept that you can bring into your daily life, no matter where you are, if you're in the grocery store or on a consult call or talking to a client, talking to your kids, whatever you're doing, that this is going to help you to reset really quickly whatever thought pattern you are in. So as you've heard me say most likely before, negative thoughts are a habit for us. So the kind of thinking that is really self-sabotaging is something that we have done as a habit. It is something that is a pattern for us, and we don't really have to think that much about it. It's almost like we've got this mixtape in our head. Whenever our brain thinks that we need it, it pops it in, starts it playing, and we go down this negative spiral. This is a really normal thing, no matter who you are, no matter how successful you are. I have never met somebody who doesn't feel like they have this, so you are not alone. But here is something really awesome. Yes, there is all the mindset work, all the thought work, all of the work that I do with my clients to long-term shift their thinking and shift their belief. But here's one thing that you can do today, next time this turns on for you, and it's breathe. So here's a little secret. Breath interrupts patterns. So when we have this mental loop going on with all of our negative thinking, taking a moment to stop and breathe interrupts that pattern. It focuses your mind on something else, and it really regulates all of the systems in your body to come back to a calm state. So there's a couple ways to do this. One that I find myself doing most often is just taking a couple deep breaths. So I will almost notice this really randomly, like if I'll be scrolling on social media and then kind of recognize what I'm doing or notice myself not feeling awesome, I'll put the phone down and then I'll just notice that I'll start taking like a really deep breath in, hold it for like a second or less, and then release it slowly. And I'll do it once or twice, just until I feel like I've cleared my head and I'm feeling calm again. I noticed myself do this yesterday. I wasn't even intentionally doing it. And I was like, wow, I've really built that into my habit life. So that one is super simple. Other people are not going to notice when you're doing it. Another one that I really like, and I learned this from my doctor when I was struggling with postpartum OCD. So I would have a lot of thoughts that would pop in. They were very intrusive thoughts. They were not thoughts that I wanted to think. They were not thoughts that logically made sense, but they were really upsetting and caused a lot of anxiety for me, and I felt like they were completely out of my control in that moment. I really embraced this idea of square breathing. It's also called box breathing, and I think a couple other things, but basically you breathe in to a certain count. I always did 4, so breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, and hold for 4, and then just keep going through that cycle until you're feeling calmer. That one was an awesome tool for me. I still pull it out if I feel like I'm having anxiety or that kind of thing. I think it's an awesome tool. So breath work is kind of magical. It's really interesting. There's so many other techniques for breathing. If you have never looked into it, it's kind of fascinating. I used to take this yoga class where we did all of these different breathing techniques, and it was crazy how much your body physically changed based on your breathing. So take these two, incorporate them into your life, see what they do for you. If you like this podcast, I want to invite you to coach with me over in my program, Mama to CEO. There's you, and there's the consistent income you want to make in your business, and I help you remove everything standing in between. It's lifetime access for mastering your marketing, sales, time, and everything else you need to have the business and life you really want. Whether it's making your first 1,000 or 100,000, I can help you do it. To join, go to mamatoceo.com, mamatoceo.com.